Okay.
Can't see without my glasses. I gotta clean them. Yeah, oh, man. Yeah. Together on the back. Thank you. Oh, here we go. Wait, we got some action. I saw something.
You holding it?
Oh, there we go. Okay, what is that?
Much better. It says welcome to live chat.
Cool. Here we go. Add.
Yep.
Oh, see, but then they disappear before I can add them. Where do they go?
I don't know. Jen will be in here any minute, I'm sure.
Okay, let's see. Add. Yep. Oh, there's the reason.
Hey, boys.
Hey, pal.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
How was it for you?
Yeah, was that right?
Should I remove guests? No. Okay, yeah, go on. I knew that wouldn't take long.
How was yours?
Good.
Yeah.
It fell off our fence. We're in Florida. We went to my dad's and had surf and turf.
Fun.
Yeah, thanks. It's pretty sweet.
Surf
All
and
right, let's see.
turf.
Oh, we've got a guest. Hey, James. We've
Hey.
missed you too. That is for sure. Wait, where's Nathan? Right here. That's weird. That's a delay. Oh, I see. Hold on, she's fixing our thing. Okay.
Okay, but like,
we're getting it together, everybody. You know how it goes.
Can you see people's questions?
Yeah.
Can you?
Yeah, they're right here. Come here.
It is?
Oh, Nathan.
Okay.
Jenny, get out of here. You're good.
When I went to watch it, they asked if I wanted to join. Like,
A bunch of boomers over there.
We said yes.
Got this fancy thing, with the light on it, and you put your phone in it,
Yeah, I can see the reflection in your glasses.
What?
I can see the light reflected in your glasses.
Oh, you can't. What glasses? What are you talking? I don't need glasses. You read the questions. Say hi. I can't read without them. But I guess, do I choose to look cool or read the questions? Nathan here.
Clearly reading the questions.
Okay, there they are. Go for it.
Thank you. Hey, we missed you too. Howdy.
Hey, howdy.
I don't think there are any yet. Do you see any?
I saw some come. James is in here. What's up, James? James.
You did see some?
See, look. Hello.
Yeah. Hello. They're hellos and howdies.
This is a pretty last minute thing we got going here.
Chris, how was your New Year's?
Yeah, it was good. We went to Basement East to see my so-called band. It's like 90s covers.
I see.
Smart.
See the play on words.
Yeah, it was very fun.
That is fun.
They did that "Come On Ride the Train" song, which I haven't heard in a very, very long time, which was fun.
Can you sing it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like "Come on, ride the train, you can ride it." You know what I mean? That tune.
No, keep going. I'm not
It's a
placing
choo-choo train. Choo-choo. Quad City. That's the band. That's the group.
Yo, Chip, Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Hey.
This is going to be a
Sean,
good year.
what's up, buddy?
Oh, Sean.
Happy New Year, brother.
Sean.
We're second.
How you doing, man? Are you good? Bacon better good?
So no Mateo.
Can someone read it?
Yeah. What are we most excited about this tour? Well, first and foremost, I have to let in my emotional support puppy.
I think of an answer then.
I have an answer for you.
Oh, good. Oh, man, we can't wait. Oh, you do? All right, go ahead.
So, kind of randomly and out of nowhere, we did the emo cruise in February or something. So it's been a year ago, and we hadn't played in ages before that. But man, it was a really good time, and started to kind of get our proverbial motors running. And
Yeah.
then we did a show in Las Vegas a couple of months ago. That was amazing. Who else was on that?
Simple Plan.
Yeah, Simple Plan.
And it was like
Boys Like
4,000
Girls.
people.
Yeah,
That's
and
what I
that was incredible. So playing live is something that you have in your life, and it is amazing and fulfilling and all the stuff. And then you take it away, and there's a hole.
A big gaping hole.
Yeah, but I look forward to filling that hole again, if you will.
Pardon the pun. Yeah, but it is weird. It's weird, like when you're a touring musician for a living, and then you go to like being a professional, whatever, or have a job.
Woodworker.
Yeah, well, he works with wood now, which is just no one saw that. Who had that on their bingo card? That's what a lot of YouTubers say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you A and B them, I think touring is probably this much better.
Yeah. So we're doing a handful of dates in the UK, and then a handful of Amberlin dates in the States.
And those are some cool cats. The first tour we did in support of Addicts to Eden was with Amberlin. They were so cool, like just such cool cats to tour with. I remember we broke down in Canada on that tour, and this was so long ago that they did have cell phones, but we might have still been rocking the Mr. T.
Coverage wasn't great.
Mr. T telling us the directions,
Thanks, James.
turn right up here.
Oh yeah, right.
Whatever he sounds like. And we broke down in the valley, in some valley, and they couldn't locate us, and it was like 26 below zero.
Yeah, I think we were recording our final goodbyes.
Yeah, we huddled together and covered ourselves in garbage.
Sean, yeah, we are on that Michigan date, I believe, right? With the Detroit.
Yes, we are.
I don't know if it's announced yet, because they're announcing them in fits and spurts. So
I was going to say, we just announced the Chicago date.
Yeah.
And Florida date, I think.
St. Pete.
Yeah, St. Pete. And that's at Janice Landing, which is awesome. House of Blues in Chicago.
What's up, Lauren? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, no, I hear you. We're doing some US, not headliners, but we're doing the Amberlin dates, which I think most should be listed. I think most are on sale at this point. After that, I think we're going to be probably writing.
We have some
recording some stuff, but
we have some offers to stay out after the Amberlin dates that we're considering, but it's hard to like.
I did not know that.
Yeah, none of you guys did. Because I knew you would, Rizawat would be like, yeah, let's do it for sure.
I'm in.
I'd be like, no way, I'm not doing it. And then I have a hard time being away from my son for that long. So,
I have a son too.
Yeah, but it's not as hard for you.
But I also have a daughter.
Oh, it's Regina.
Say hi, Rafa.
Hiya, Rafa hula.
I mean, how could you not love that puppy?
Has anybody been interested listening to that telepathy podcast?
I love you more.
No,
What?
the telepathy tapes that's sweeping the nation.
Yeah.
It turns out these nonverbal autistics everywhere, like people treat them like, this is the letter A. Meanwhile, these guys are like, I know, I'm having telepathic conversations with people all across the world. I know Chinese.
Sonny has a
Not
good
seen that.
question.
What is it?
Any behind the scenes stories from Fear Factor?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't know how much, we've already disclosed, but when we got there, we had to sign up like 5 packets totaling maybe this in height of contracts, like in case we get hurt.
Non-disclosures.
Yeah, and like we can't sue them or anything. Funny enough, we wound up in the hospital for a few days.
Yeah, there was the gross stunt we did had we were in these trenches with cow parts, water and cow parts, spleen, stomach, brains, intestines, and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And on one end of it was a plate full of cow's jaw bones with the meat and maggots on them. And on the other end was a grinder and a pint glass. And we had to basically swim back and forth, taking mouthfuls of the meat and maggots, spitting in the grinder and grind it up and then drink it.
I had to drink it.
See, that's
Well, you can watch
TV editing.
watch the tape.
because
Yeah,
I drank a
all
lot
right there.
more than they showed on that.
I know.
Yeah, but anyhow.
Anyhow, we got flesh eating disease out of the deal.
Yeah, so that night we went to sleep and he woke me up in the middle of the night at the hotel and he's like, I feel awful. I'm going to the hospital. And I was half awake and I was like, okay. But I was having one of those dreams where you're half awake and half asleep of somebody chainsawing my hand right here. And it scared me enough to wake up and I looked at my hand in real life was mutilated. So we went to the hospital. And when we got there at 4 a.m, all the interns that tested the stunt the night before and all the other contestants that actually did it, they were all already in the hospital. So
Yeah. So here's some behind the scenes what they do. The show is so, I don't know, cheap, I guess is one way to describe it. So they would pay these poor like kids in Hollywood, you know, who probably sold everything to just get enough gas to drive out there and make it as a star. They paid them $20 to test the
100.
stunts. Are you sure you're not
Yeah, it was
inflating
100.
that because of the inflation? They paid these kids to test the stunts the day before to make sure they're safe. So while we were filming us doing it, those kids were in the hospital. So I guess it wasn't safe. So we had to
Yeah, they tested it.
we had to fly home and then recover in the hospital and then fly back a month later to finish it and win it, by the way.
That's what's up. Seeing you guys on the UK tour, how does it feel playing to Peep seeing you for the first time? Wow.
Ooh.
Also, World War III is my favorite album of yours. Will there be songs from it on the set list? Wow.
That's awesome.
What a great question and comment. Thank you. Yeah. Playing in front of new peeps is an amazing thing. I haven't even, honestly, I hadn't even thought that would be possible because we don't have a lot of irons in the fire at the moment. We don't have a lot of like
Reference
promotion and
points.
stuff like that going on.
Drivers in the market.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love to hear it. And if you have any requests from World War III, which was not a lot of people's favorite, admittedly, but I love.
What song would you like to hear off of that?
30-minute set on Anne Boleyn.
30 minutes. Okay. And yeah, somebody die. All right. Okay, copy that, John. Wait, did we miss something up here?
Probably.
This time seen the UK. Yeah. Oh, boom. Dude, actually, yeah, just to go back to that, I love playing for people for the first time. Because, you know, when we started touring, Jesus, decades ago, perhaps.
Yep.
It's like we created this world. I mean, it was maybe like, you know, Pluto wasn't the biggest.
Thanks, Charlotte.
And while they did kick Pluto out of the solar system or whatever,
More on that later.
yeah, it's a nice world. We like to create a nice world for everybody to exist in however long our set is, and just get away from everything else and be in that world. And we would love for you to join us there. Hey,
Matt,
Superstar.
what's up? Thank you so much, brother. Hey, Superstar. Yeah, we have not played that very much at all live.
Right on. We got this. What an interesting request.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll try to rock one of those out for sure. Oh, thank you, James. Hey, James, where are you? I know you're in the UK. Trying to remember what city you're in. Nottingham? Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. What's hard to say? Where James is? I think no wait. I think he's talking about the show with that big band, Paramore. Dude, Matt, that's awesome.
Kentucky. James is in Kentucky, not Nottingham.
Kentucky, UK.
So close.
So close.
Must be a different
Chris,
James.
are any of the Amberlin
Sorry,
dates
James.
close to Nashville?
I thought they were from Florida, weren't they?
No, the
Oh,
dates
the
that we're
shows?
doing
I thought
with
you meant the band.
the Amberlin.
No, I don't think so. I think closest would be St. Louis, and probably there's like a Georgia one. I think there was. Are you doing Atlanta?
Yeah, the
Yeah, so
masquerade.
those would be the
Sweet.
closest. Those are each like 4 hours ish.
4 hours. Wow.
Oh, what is the wonder? Cool.
Yeah. Oh man.
Holly John, what is to wonder? Thank you.
I love the
Close enough.
the rooms that we're gonna play on that tour are great. Like the Masquerade in Atlanta is awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We're doing House of Blues Chicago. That'll be good. Whoa, you're living in South Korea.
Sherry, sweet. You're talking music. Was right.
Oh wow,
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's so
that's
weird.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, because we feel like that record just came out as a secret.
That is weird. That's been
It's the
14
best
years.
kept
It's been a
secret.
long time.
Like the label was like, we got this new marketing idea. We're gonna put this record out, but don't tell anyone.
They nailed it.
I nailed it.
Huge. Lauren, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, of course, New York City would be on the list in any forthcoming tour aside from Anvil, which I don't believe it is it? We're not
No.
going to New York or Jersey or anything on Anberlin.
No.
Yeah, it's we're only doing like 2 weeks on that on the Anberlin run, and they're mostly Midwest and South, like Georgia and Florida.
Do you have Patreon on your phone, by the way?
I doubt it.
Terrific. I'll be right back.
See ya.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're doing New York even on the other dates.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They're doing Brooklyn Bowl in Nashville. How about that?
Oh, really?
How about that?
How about that? Closest is Orlando. Lauren, whereabouts are you from?
Columbus.
Oh, Columbus. Columbus, there you go. That's still probably a bit of a hike.
And we are playing Columbus with them, though.
We are, aren't?
We are.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we are.
Yeah, but you have a delay, so maybe you did or something.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Okay, that was an effective departure. I hope you guys made nice small talk.
We did.
We missed all the questions on Patreon because that's just what we
There
do.
you go.
Oh, oops.
Okay, so Jeff Jackson wants to know, so back in the day I found this rock remix of One Last Kiss.
Boom.
Was that an official release from the band? If so, any possibilities of getting it on streaming services? OG is still a banger though.
Ooh, that's cool. Thank you. I wonder who did that remix.
I have no idea. Neil Averon, maybe?
Ooh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll track that down.
Wait, what was that? UK or in the US?
In the US, because
You know?
so One Last Kiss, the markets are totally different. Like in the US, you pick one song and you take it to radio and you promote it for like months.
Yeah.
In the UK, you take a single and you promote it for a week and then you do another one and do another one. So One Last Kiss was a single in the UK and not here.
States.
But they did do a remix. I'll call the label and see if we can get it, because we're gonna be with this Patreon. We're gonna be just throwing up all of our demos and just like the stems of songs, like the seeds of songs that ultimately became what they did. Like Every Little Thing was like one of the first things we ever wrote together as a band, and I think it made it it became a song on World War III, right?
Yeah. No. A B-side somewhere.
There's people like us.
That's right.
I remember
That's right.
But I came up with that harmony. It was like the only thing ever. And Mateo was like, "That's a brilliant harmony." Made me feel good for 2 days.
Well, 3 if you count today.
Yeah, I suppose it's still kicking.
What else, Jen? You got anything else?
Just we got Sean Smith who is making fun of you for spelling
For the police.
Will as W-E-L, not W-E-L-L.
We'll look into that.
Shout out to David Williams for us
Yo.
realizing we did not fit the time zone, but now the time zone.
Sorry, Charlie.
Thanks, Dave.
And Dave.
Yeah, and I saw Matthew posted the wrong time zone on Twitter.
Unsurprisingly.
It would not be a Madina event if it wasn't in every different way. I'm surprised we made it this far.
I am too.
James, 3 hours, you can do that. I think 1 tank of gas should get you there. Getting back is a whole nother story.
Marissa, what's up? Okay, so sorry to hear.
Well, thank you. And it's really nice to hear that we make you feel a little bit better.
Yeah. Listen, I know it's been trying times for a lot of people, and it's okay. It's okay to feel that way, obviously, but greener pastures are always afoot.
I'm telling you, I think this year, 2025, the one that just started, is gonna be a banger. How do you guys feel about this? Is anyone excited for this year, like as a year? Because it feels like the world is in a, kind of a gnarly place. But I think, like,
Okay, we got more questions, so
I won't get
more
into
on
the
that
drones.
later. More on that after the chat.
Since I wanted to know, what are you most excited about this tour?
Man, when we played, like he was saying earlier, when we did that cruise, we hadn't played in years, and we did that cruise, and it just felt like, oh yeah, like this is what we should be doing. It was just a really nice feeling, and the fact that we're all such good friends, like we're still chatting and laughing and enjoying ourselves and each other on a daily or weekly basis. Getting out there to do that again, I mean, there's nothing like it, and we know so many of you guys personally, like the pros of being in a small to mid-sized band. You really get to know the community, so it's really going to be cool to see you guys.
Yes, we haven't been to England since I can remember.
2017, right?
Lorna Forbes asks, what are you looking forward to the most about touring the UK?
Same answer.
UK specific.
Well, UK's always been like,
Costa.
Yeah, Nando's.
Costa?
Isn't that oh yeah, Nando's?
Oh yeah, you're excited about cheeky Nando's? We have those here now, though.
Well, I don't have them in Nashville, so
I certainly don't have them around here.
as soon as I left Chicago, they got Nando's. Which,
They did?
yeah,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
I almost moved back.
Hey, Antoine, yeah, we were on Fear Factor. We were just talking about that earlier. And it turns out fear was not a factor for us. Spoiler alert.
Hey-o.
Oh, cool.
Would you
Awesome.
go on the
Thank you, Marissa.
I guess they're asking
On the Rogan podcast?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I
In a
think
second? Yeah.
we would accept an offer like
Love
that.
Yeah, on the biggest
Well, we
podcast
saw
in the
him
world.
once. Right. Well, Jenna and I did at a comedy show in Los Angeles, but
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he recognized me.
I do have to say though. So
Maybe
when
he
they
thought you were
booked,
coming after him for some liability or something.
Yeah, right.
yeah.
Well, yeah. Maybe if we were sitting at a table like right in front of the stage, and maybe if Matthew was there with me, he might have.
I gotta
But
say,
instead, it's just my wife.
he did. So they told us, when they booked us to go on the show, we went on just to make our friends laugh. So we didn't really, that wasn't that important to us. So we didn't really care in the interview process. And when they asked us to go on it, they were like, we decided we're going to experiment and have you guys on, because you're not like our typical they means like tall, muscular jockey dudes. And when we got there, we barely knew who Joe Rogan was, and he came into the trailer, like the holding trailer, before everyone do all that stuff. And he pulls up in his Lamborghini, and he opens the door, and all the other twins were like fawning over him. I mean, it was just weird, and we didn't even look up. We were just, talking among ourselves, doing whatever. And he's like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up! You two, come out here." And he came out, and pardon my French, he goes, "What the fuck are you two doing here?" He's like,
Yeah.
What are you doing this show for? If you guys, you guys seem cool.
We're like, well, what do we have to do?
Yeah.
We really had not seen it.
Yeah. But so, yeah, I say all that to say that I think he liked us.
Oh yeah, he asked if we smoked reefer.
Oh, yeah.
At the time, I guess he had just smoked reefer for the first time. He's like, "You guys ever smoke weed?"
He's like, "I just started. I love it."
Yeah. He was hilarious, like
Yeah.
in that sense. He's like, "You just laugh all the time and you get hungry," or like all the cliche reefer things.
Yeah, he was cool. I really liked him.
Funny though. He was great.
He hates that show is like part of his repertoire,
Yeah.
Like he's
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's not very
It's like
proud of
ashamed
that
of
work.
the Fear Factor days.
Yeah. He's not too proud of it. He's the perfect, host for that kind of gig, I suppose.
Yeah.
But reality TV was like a new thing back then, it's like sweeping the nation.
I don't know about that.
It's all a little
It's like
foggy.
relative anyway.
Since I can't read anymore.
Well, Jen is doing her nails over there.
Well, I'm looking.
Is that the everyone's hearing?
Did you guys hear it? No.
Yeah.
I don't know. What you got? Doing anything?
You got any?
I thought I saw one. Any good warp tour stories?
Geez, quite a few.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah.
We would always get in trouble. We'd always get in trouble and have to do the cock-a-doodle-doo set, which is what you call the first set of the day. Like you're playing at 11 a.m. right when doors open.
It's a punishment.
Yeah. And who's that now huge artist?
Katy Perry.
Katy Perry. So the two, I can't remember what those stages are called. Smart Punk or
Yeah. It was what 2009 maybe or something.
Yeah. So the two of the stages were in the amphitheater on the main stage. They split them into two stages.
Maybe Skull Candy or something like that.
Yeah. So we would very regularly go on right before Katy Perry, and her like sound guys and her crew hated us. For no real reason that I can think of, but
because we left confetti on stage or some mess or something.
Oh, the confetti. Yeah, I guess. Okay.
They hate that, but
Yeah, a lot of
we
people
would
hate
clean
that.
it up as quickly as we could anyway. But she had a bus that she would park, and Warped Tour, as most of you know, is the very open door, cool, everybody on the same level hang place. But she came in with her bus, and they would put stanchions around the bus with signs in the ground that say, "Please do not disturb Katy."
Yeah. They partitioned off, like, say this was her bus, they partitioned off an area around it, like, do not cross, like it was her backyard or something.
Like she was like a zoo animal or something.
Don't feed the Perry.
Someone else asked to play some World War III on the UK tour.
Wow.
How about that? Word must have got out that record came out. I like it. There are some songs on there that they're not like the rest of our songs. Like "They're Coming for Me." It's one of my favorite songs I think that we've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool tune.
Yeah. I used to, people would occasionally ask what I think is our most underappreciated song or whatever. And they're coming for me. Is it for me? But some people hate it. I don't know.
Oh, the Imagineer riff. Well, we got a story about that one.
Oh
Right.
yeah, yeah. So when Matthew got hurt, among all the wonderful help we got from so many people, including
Thanks again
all
for
of
all
you,
of that.
was Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins, and he was making a record in Sedona, Arizona. And when Matthew got out of his second surgery, when they put his head back on,
Thank God.
yeah,
That sucked.
Billy invited us, which is insane to even say because we're massive fans. We are massive fans. But he invited us to go spend a couple days in Sedona, Arizona, where he was working on music. But he was saying basically because Sedona is geologically located in an area that has
The highest
all these-
electromagnetic energy.
yeah, like energy vortexes and stuff. And they say it promotes healing and all this stuff. So we went. Chris, you were there, right?
Yeah.
And
That is wild.
yeah, we went to he was working, he had taken over an abandoned or an old movie theater
Yeah.
and just put all his gear, all this Pumpkins gear on like the stage at the end of it. And he was all the way up at the top with all the soundboards and stuff. And he would have Matthew and I in and just sit there while he's going through his riffs and working on the new record. And
Yeah, the making of Oceania. Oceania, that was the record.
yeah. And he kept occasionally happening upon this one riff that turned out to be Imagineer, but every time he would go across it, Matthew and I'd be like,
Pick that one.
yeah, that one. You know, we're hard, or we to tell him like, do that, use that riff because it's great.
Yeah.
So, but he noticed that every time he played it, that our eyes lit up a little bit, and then finally one day he's just like, "You guys want it?"
It was crazy. Like he noticed, you know, we had visible. We couldn't contain our excitement about that riff, and he's just looked over his shoulder and he goes, "You like that one?" We're like, "Yes, we do. You should definitely use that one." And he goes, Bjorn, who's his producer, he said, "Give that one to him." 3 minutes later, this guy Bjorn hands us a CD with that riff on it.
And
we're
just
like,
that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then what was cool was we were like, "Oh, no way," you know, because we're pretty emotional guys. And so we were like, "Wait, what? We can." He's like, "Take it." So we wrote Imagineer. And then when we shared that song, he reshared it. Do you remember? And he made a comment, something positive, which, you know, it's hard to get one of those out of Billy.
Yeah.
No, he liked it. And man, that was
awesome.
quite a moment. He's amazing. I love that dude.
Yeah.
He's so cool.
And just to clarify, because he just gave us the riff, just the guitar part. And then as a band, we came in and wrote the song out of it.
On a dark and winding road.
What an idiot.
Hey, we got a question about vinyl run of the previous albums.
Oh, we do have some vinyl.
We do. In fact, one of the things we're going to do on Patreon is everybody is tasked with going through their closets and garages to collect all of the shit that survived all of the buses and vans, you know, old merch, old vinyl CDs and all that.
Banners.
Yeah. And we're going to, you know, offer those to our Patreon brethren. I probably didn't answer anywhere near the question.
I forget.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna do like a new run of vinyl. Those can be pretty expensive.
Yeah. Yeah. But what do we have? What do we have on vinyl? We have Dresden Codex, which is a weird EP. I feel like maybe that's only on vinyl. I don't know.
The beginning of New Endings.
I love that one.
If you want to talk about secrets,
That's okay.
Marissa, thank you. That's amazing. Not for this world. Do you remember that track?
Yeah. Oh man, I was really excited about that riff when I first heard it.
Matt Hayfield said if you guys had a biopic film, who would you cast to act as each band member?
Oh, you know who I would want, right?
Oh, the guy from 24.
Jack Bauer. That was like 20 years ago. Thank you.
I think Rick Moranis could do a good Matthew.
Yeah, Rick Moranis.
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey.
Gary Busey would be amazing. He might have aged out, but yeah, he would be my number one.
I'll go with Matt Damon, I think.
Well, if I had my druthers, it would be one of those Hemsworth fellas.
Who knows?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't watch enough TV to know any actors and stuff.
Well, I'm not saying that they're a lookalike per se.
Yeah, I guess if we're going that direction, I'll have Clooney. How about that?
He might have aged out too.
Yeah. Clooney today. Who are the Helmsworth?
Clooney, Chris and Liam.
Yeah, I don't know them.
It's too bad.
I should.
It's too bad for you.
What show are they on?
Movies mostly.
Cool. What movies?
I don't know.
There are two guys though that are
They're brothers.
Really?
Yeah. Are they like in all the same movies?
Jenna.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no, they're not.
Isn't one of them
a tuber?
No, I'm not even going to guess because I'm going to get it wrong.
Who just thinks they're both attractive men.
That's correct.
Nathan just thinks they're both attractive. Okay, I got to get eyes on these guys.
And then Jen, who else is that other guy?
Even
Let's see. Oh, Roadrunner.
yeah, but you should.
Roadrunner Street Team was the best.
The guy from the Bear.
The guy from the Bear.
Yeah, but he looks just like Jeezy.
Those stickers. Are you guys talking about the iHeart ML in the iHeart New York City things? I think those stickers played a significant role in whatever success we had over there.
That was Sammy and Danielle and Kirsten from Roadrunner.
Yeah.
UK.
Because
They're awesome.
At Give It a Name,
They're the best.
that Give It a Name was like the after Paramount tour or before?
Yeah, after.
And those
Does
stickers
anybody
were
remember that?
everywhere.
Give It a Name festival. I don't know how many years it was around. Not many.
2006 or 7, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah. In the UK, I think Enter Shikari was on it, and
yeah, they headlined Enter Shikari.
brand new headlined.
Right. Totally true.
As far as you know.
Yeah. Enter Shikari are awesome. They are
Yeah.
cool cats.
Yeah.
Dude. Great dudes.
Yeah.
I can't read, so if there's anything going on, let me know.
Yeah. Oh, is that right back in Louisville?
Oh, I got both of them. I think it's Jeremy Alamoy and then is Adam Driver the other one? That guy?
He works for me.
Oh, you like that? You think that guy's hot?
No, he thinks he's interesting looking at when he was.
Well, that means hot.
Striking.
This was years ago. We saw him and he said that.
Yeah, he does. He's got a swagger about him,
right?
See, most hotness is
back in 2009 on the Silver Swagger tour.
Silver,
James, that's crazy. In Louisville.
Ah, yeah. I was gonna say I didn't know we did the UK with them.
Good on
what?
Good on us.
Share.
Yeah.
Well, he's sharing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Good. All right, I'll put my glasses on and read. Gave me a bunch of stickers and I was lying out. That was nice of us. Oh, yeah, cool. Is there oh, dude, that's awesome. James, so you're talking about the Silverstein tour. Yeah, in Louisville. Okay, copy that.
Silverstein is one of the hardest working bands in the business.
Yeah,
They were on tour.
they still are.
Everybody toured with Silverstein.
And
They're so great.
and Hawthorne Heights.
And Word Alive and Icy Stars.
Yeah, they're all still touring, and they have been this whole time. And I love it because they're successful and they're making
That's great.
a great living doing it. Like it is
That's
that is the hardest thing. That's the hardest stage to get to. Like, we wanted to start families and start having kids and stuff, and you just can't. At the profile or the size that Medina Lake was at the time we stopped doing it, it was like, well, if you want to have a family, then you got to stop at least a little bit. And then, when I got hurt, I sidelined the band for at least a year, and that's just a killer. Like, you've got to just be on the road the whole time, otherwise, later. That's all.
Later, dudes.
Yeah. Bye now.
Oh yeah.
What? What'd you find out?
Nothing.
I started requiring glasses like 8 months ago. And now it's because I just forget that they're on, so I leave them on all the time. So it's weakened my eyes, and I can't see anything without them. And I don't have much discipline, although I do 20 push-ups a day now.
What about can you get like LASIK or anything?
I'm sure I could.
He doesn't even know what's wrong with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, to tell them where you got your glasses. They're like, are they readers?
These are readers, yeah. Yeah, reader. Yeah, that's about the other problem.
I don't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. Every time you go into like a Walgreens or something, they've got racks of glasses. You think those are all prescriptions?
Sunglasses.
I bought a 3-pack,
as far as I know.
and clearly I'm on the last one because look at the color and shape.
You should get the one that Atlas has. You could like run them over with a car, and they're just
Really?
yeah. And he has.
That's Nathan's son he's talking about. Both of our boys are here. They're actually being suspiciously quiet.
Did any of your albums end up having songs cut by the labels, or did they all come out as you wished? What a great question.
Man, we were so lucky in that respect. On Roadrunner,
Yeah.
we had the best label experience. I mean, Roadrunner, it's weird because most bands on Roadrunner love to bitch about the label. They're like, oh, it sucks, we don't get any, whatever. I thought they were the best label. I mean,
Yeah, they were great.
like internationally, the Japan office is amazing. The Australian office, the UK office, obviously we're still friends with everybody in the UK office that was in there.
They're really amazing,
So
passionate people, and they let us. They basically gave us, complete creative freedom or
creative control.
So yeah, they didn't. I don't think they asked us not to put anything on any of the records before Addicts to Eden, which was our second record. They sent Mateo and I to Los Angeles for a couple of weeks to write with other songwriters. And we were kicking and screaming, like little bitches about it.
Yeah.
But, agreed just for the sport of things. And we kind of went from meeting to meeting and just tanked them.
Yeah.
One after another, just to be little assholes, I think. But
because that's the big thing, like the big unknown secret or whatever in the industry is like most of these bands, certainly like pop artists and anyone you hear like in any commercial format, they don't write their songs. They have these songwriters do it. And we were like, no way. Like, we're a band. It supports our chemistry. And like, even when we went to make Addicts to Eden, our producer David Bendeth, who did the Paramore records and everything, he's like, the first day we got there, he not only psychoanalyzed all of us, he was like, "You're the one that needs the attention. You're the one that's codependent," you know. We're like, "Terrific, thanks." And he's like, we're gonna have songwriters and people come in and play your instruments. We're like, "No, we're not." And he's like,
Not that
"That's
we
what
have a lot of integrity because we really don't.
we did at one point." But he was telling us about certain other bands that we may or may not have toured with in the UK at first. That they didn't play, like they basically, they co-wrote or whatever, but that their musicians didn't record the parts.
Yeah, but it's also ridiculous too because I remember some of the writers that we sat with, and it's so awkward when you go into these co-writing sessions. You go to these people's houses, and they all had mansions. Each one had a mansion in the Hollywood Hills or whatever. And you go in there, and in their little basement, they have all recording things set up, and plaques all over the walls from one song.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, one of them wrote a song. I'm gonna just go hypotheticals because I can't remember the specific, but say it was like a Go-Go's song from way back in the 80s,
We got the beat.
Exactly, for example, right? And this person, that's all she could talk about. That song made her whole life. She's got the mansion and all that shit from one song.
Yeah.
And so we'd sit down with the guitars, and she'd be like, maybe try something like, we got the trying to turn out the same fucking song from back in the 80s. It was so ridiculous. And she gets paid for having a session like that, but she's really not moving herself forward in any artistic manner.
I was just talking. So I'm working with this band called Embassy Row. They're awesome, like awesome dudes, awesome band. They're like post all
Active rock band.
Yeah, they're act rock, but like the grunge renaissance, they're gonna be a big part of that, I think. But I was talking to them the other day and telling them, what the hell were we even talking about?
We got the beat.
What song, right?
Maybe they got the beat.
Yeah, they do. They got the beat. When I thought of whatever I was gonna say, I thought, oh, this would be a nice place to talk about the band.
So I was talking about the songwriters.
Yep.
Were really just kind of hanging their whole.
Oh yeah, thank you. Got it.
One song, which is great. Good for them.
Like the guy and this guy's awesome. He's such a cool cat. So I don't mean anything negative about him, but there's a producer in Chicago called Johnny K. And he just produced the local Chicago bands, mostly the new metal bands, going back. He recorded Disturbed, The Sickness,
Killed that one.
Yeah. Song blows up. His career was set for life. Like suddenly bands can't get in there for a year to record with him. He's got, the next 5 years mapped out because everyone's like, he's magic. Look, he's magic. He's gonna hit. He's magic. And he's just he's just a local cat. And he's an awesome dude. But it's interesting how the music industry, like the business side, it's interesting how they quantify success or qualify it, One last thing I wanted to say about our recording experience for Addicts to Eden. The producer, David Bendeth, funny dude, is hilarious, but kind of difficult to work with. He would freeze, like we would get in arguments because he would insist on participating in the writing, and we weren't having it, and we were not gonna have it. So he'd be like, "Go home." And he would lock the studio, and he would call our label, be like, "I froze the studio. I froze the sessions." Our label would have to talk him off a tree, and then he'd let us go back in.
It was a piece of work. Yeah, that was a wild time.
So we write all of our own stuff, and now we record and produce it all. That's the moral of that story. Did you like it? Give me a thumbs up in the chat if you
Like and subscribe.
don't forget
Hi,
to like
Jenna.
and subscribe.
Why is Jenna saying hi to me?
You're not talking much.
Sorry, Frieza.
Well, Matthew's,
That means
you
we're
know, he's-
talking too much.
Got a great story
Yeah.
going over there.
Hey, I'll punish myself with a 30-second timeout.
Me too. Go ahead, Chris. Whatever you want to talk about.
The floor is yours. Is your wife pregnant yet?
No.
How come?
Is that for lack of effort?
Next question.
You built any nice studios in your garage lately?
It's coming along. I put the
Still?
drums in there, so the drums are no longer here.
Oh, that's gotta help.
Yeah, although now I don't want to work on the studio. I just want to play the drums in there. So
Let's talk about your crypto project.
nah. Yeah, that's still I got to figure something out with that.
Yeah, I gotta figure something out. He went to the bank and got a loan to buy a computer hard drive, like a supercomputer. What is it?
Not
I don't
quite.
think there's a hard drive.
There definitely were hard drives as part of the overall purchase. I've got a pretty beefy GPU
Great.
server running in the garage that's
Thank you.
just making a ton of noise right now. Yeah, so
Ton
I
of
got
noise and any
it's like a
yeah.
like
And what is
nonstop.
it? Mining cryptos?
Yeah, sort of. It's like doing AI machine learning stuff, and then it is via a crypto project, so it does get paid out in crypto, but it's not doing like the normal crypto mining where it's just guessing numbers. It's
So it's
actually
gonna take over your house and kill you one day.
Yes. I mean, they all will. So
Sweet.
at least I got one. You know,
Yeah,
I figure it's better to have one on your side that you can control.
Yeah, you could. Yeah.
And just
that'll
just
defend
plead
you.
with
Yeah.
it to be nice. She's like, I love
Hey.
you. I would never do anything bad to you.
I'll never unplug you.
I swear I'll never unplug you. Don't kill me.
Jenna, who asked Chris how long you've been playing drums?
I started playing drums in the 5th grade, I think. Actually, so when we were in grade school, we had like 5th grade you could do band, and leading into that, at the end of your 4th grade, they would ask you like what you wanted to play next year. And my best friend at the time played drums. He was like 2 years older than me. He played drums, so I wanted to play drums. And when they asked like what you want to play, a few of us said drums. So the music teacher put us in a room, and he's like, okay, everyone on your lap, just like do this back and forth with your 2 hands, just like. And so everyone did that, and he looked at me. He's like, you shouldn't play drums. so I played sax initially. I was like, well, that's
So did I.
yeah. So I
Wow,
played
one
sax.
lesson.
What?
Yeah, for like a few weeks, but then I was like, I don't like playing sax, so I just went back to trying to play drums.
Amazing. And who's laughing now?
Yeah.
To be determined.
Yeah, I mean, he was right. I'm not very
That's
good. It takes a lot
Chris
of.
is amazing. He's an outstanding drummer.
Oh, thank you. But it does.
As evidenced
Yeah,
a lot of
he
work.
is.
Yeah. He
I'm
can
not
step into
naturally very good.
any band situation, any song, and learn it in basically one take. And
We
kill it.
we really have been blessed to,
Mhm.
for lack of a better word, for the G-Wiz bot, who is doing awesome. Dan, our OG drummer,
Amazing
these two are
drummer.
like my 2 favorite drummers I've ever played with, and just musically 2 favorite drummers.
Incidentally, the only 2 drummers you've ever played with.
Not true. Oh, yeah, I guess it kind of is. I was gonna say when Rizu tried out for the Pumpkins, like
Oh my
I
God,
was
I
playing
can't
bass
believe
with him,
that.
so I was gonna be like, no, when I played with the Pumpkins, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was doing it.
It's got something.
Like 6 more minutes, and there are a few questions. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. Charlotte asked who mixed and recorded the Medina Lake Birmingham Live double CD. We love it and you, but they're
Oh, thanks, Greg.
in discuss.
So
I don't even know about that.
I do. Yeah, I know what they're talking about. There was a company, and unfortunately, I don't know the name, which is what you're asking, but they contacted our label and they were like, we got this technology where we can come in and record the show and then burn the CDs while the crowd is leaving and giving it to them. And our
man.
label was like, yeah, okay, do it.
That's my worst nightmare. Because I don't know how to sing, so they walk right out of there with this. Anyway.
Hella so question Nathan's gonna just love. Is there any chance we'll have an opportunity to see a Medina Lake and Blank Theory collaboration on tour?
Awesome.
Double duty.
There's kind of an interesting thing there, though.
What?
Well, no, not moving forward,
I
but
see.
moving backwards. We were, when we first started playing with Mateo and the G Wiz Bot, we were playing as Blank Theory, and we were considering making the next Blank Theory record with them before we were like, thank God we all identified that as, not the best idea.
Yeah. It was yeah.
But so there are some like old demos that we have, like we're new metal stuff, it was metal stuff, gonna stop forever. That are so all the riffs are so cool. It's like yeah. I would love to, if we find those, we'll load them up on Patreon.
Oh, yeah.
But those like Mateo, he's like one of my favorite songwriters of all times. So again, I feel very lucky for him. But we were like, dude, help us. Can you help us write some, Blank Theory sounding songs? And those are the riffs that came out of that. Remember, we went and recorded with Shabesh.
Yeah.
Our old Magic keyboard player. I gotta tell a story about him. Back in the new metal days, if you recall, every band had a mystery jukebox. We called it the mystery jukebox. It was a DJ who was on the stage and nobody knew what the hell he was doing. And Shabesh was our mystery jukebox player. This guy named Shabesh, a friend of ours. We had a showcase for Columbia Records. This was for Blank Theory. And but Mateo, we were playing with Mateo, so it was right in that window. And this guy, God, we had a hard time justifying his position in the band, because he was just a magic jukebox player, which nobody knows what that was or what he did. So he had one job. He had to start the click track, like for the song. Hard to justify him being on stage, but we loved this guy. I mean, he was such a good friend, and so we were invited to showcase for Columbia. We go to New York, this lavish, all expense paid, high-end hotel, and fancy dinners and everything. And Columbia Records has this big building in New York, and on the 30th floor, they built a little fake venue for bands to showcase in.
Tiny.
What?
Tiny.
Yeah, tiny. So the band sets up on stage and plays, and the A&R guys are in there, and then theoretically they say, "Oh, you guys were terrific," and we're like, this was like our big moment. And our magic jukebox player Shabesh was so nervous he started the wrong song.
Now let me preface this. What he actually does, and he played keyboards too, but when they start he's supposed to start the song, it's starting the tracks, like the drum loops and the fills, they're all on a click track. So he starts them, but if you start the wrong song and it has the wrong loops and the wrong fills, it's a nightmare. So that's exactly what he did.
So the president of Columbia Records, Matt Pinfield, the A&R guy that brought us in and hyped us up, like, oh, they're going to be the next Linkin Park, The guy walks in the middle of this and he's like, He turns around and walks out 10 seconds later, and we flew home.
Guitar, and I didn't have it on that song, so I had to awkwardly be, oh, excuse me, take it off.
Sorry.
We didn't play that. Oh, what a nightmare.
Yeah,
Anyways,
good time.
hey,
I
Thank you,
remember
guys.
The last question, if you wanted to.
yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because, it's often talked about the Coheed story on stage. This person had front barrier space for that show.
No way.
Wow.
And Amy, she wants to know what's the story. Because she obviously
Okay,
saw it.
cool.
So,
Amy,
Good one,
I'm
Amy.
so glad you asked.
Me
I
too.
don't want to get too wordy. It's a long time ago and all that stuff. But basically, at the time, Kerrang invited us to co-headline with Coheed and Cambria, and we were thrilled about it and couldn't wait and everything. And we were what?
Well, I was just gonna say 3 months, I think, around before this tour, we had done our first headlining tour in the
Yeah.
UK and played these same rooms, and we had the great fortune of that tour selling out.
Yeah,
Okay, go ahead.
right. So, anyways, so they basically it was supposed to be a co-headliner. We don't care about any of that stuff. But from the day one, they would fill up the entire stage with all of their gear, and then they refused to move any of it. So us, was it five star or
Fight Star.
yeah, Fight Star, and
One other really cool.
that dude from Circus Survive, Anthony
Yeah.
Green,
It was Circus Survive. Whatever.
had zero, like no room to even set up our gear, play, whatever. So every night they made it such a big thing, and we're like, it wasn't just us; it was the entire everybody. Anyway, so
They
we would
took
throw
all the dressing rooms, and they gave like the smallest dressing room was for the 3 support bands, us and
Which
Fight Star.
was fine. We didn't care about any of it.
Yeah, it's not
And-
cool, but whatever.
We'd fill up these big balloons and throw them out and stuff. And during the show, and nope, they cut that off. No,
Yeah.
can't do that
You
either.
didn't do that.
So like they sucked the life out of the entire tour. But we were like, okay, all right, with all of it. Come to London. It was the last show of the tour. And we were so fed up at this point, because I gotta be honest, they're fucking assholes too. All of them.
Yeah,
All of them.
They were
The whole
they were
band,
dicks.
the tour manager, they're weirdos. I could say some things that I shouldn't,
Yeah,
but
but we're
that
not hard
would
guys
help.
to get along with.
Yes, yes. And I can see things that would help everybody understand and agree that they're bad people. Anyways, and we try to love everybody and whatever. So we said, shame on us. The last night in London, we said, fuck it, fuck them. We're going to throw some balloons out because we want to just have fun and do our set.
Yeah, I even called our manager, and he said, "Do it."
So, House of Cards, whatever. There is time. It was sold out at the Brixton Academy, which is
Yeah.
an incredible place.
What an experience until then,
It's time for the balloons to come out
So we're all
Really?
excited. Like, here they come,
because that's fun. And out of the corner of my eye, I see Sprocket,
Our bro tech.
our bro tech, who's the guy who's going to throw out the balloons. I see him running out on stage with like a inflated balloon,
Handful of confetti.
a handful of confetti in the other hand, and he's running, but someone's got him by the shirt,
Yeah.
like holding him back.
It's a very weird
And
thing to
just-
see in the middle of the sound.
Very weird thing to see, and you can see him kind of trying to throw a handful of confetti
Off the front of the stage.
off the front. He was just making a
What
point,
a
I
guy.
guess. But the guy that had his shirt was the asshole tour manager. He grabbed him, and when I turned and looked, the guy punched Sprocket
Yeah,
right in the face.
our bro tech, our homie, in
So
the middle of the stage, in the middle of our set.
So I dropped the microphone and I just charged at him. And I don't have a lot of experience with this sort of thing. So I think I pretty much just ran into him, knocked him over. But then by the time I kind of looked up again. Oh yeah, because I knocked him over, and as I fell too, I hit my head on the floor. And when I looked up again, I saw Matthew flying with his base like this, and he kicked the guy right in his tits.
That's the one
It was
move I
awesome.
have in a fight.
It was awesome. but then everybody like took over, and they're like, can't talk about it. You gotta hide on it. We're like, are you fucking kidding me? And that was like the whole. Then it became this like.
Well, here's the thing. So then the cops came. When we got off stage, the cops escorted us to our dressing room and said, because the band is threatening to stab us because they had knives.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
So I
Very
mean, yeah,
scary guys.
yeah, and we even like issued an apology. I mean,
We who did all the
whatever.
things Corinne wanted us to do to keep things,
Yeah.
cool and everything. But anyway, so
funny.
we left.
Funny story. When you play in London, the bus always parks underneath the Tesco, right? And so our bus was parked there, and their bus was parked like sort of perpendicular to ours, And everybody's last night of the tour is London, so everybody goes out and kind of parties. And when we got back to our bus, and we don't know who did this because
That's the funny part.
nobody in our party admitted it. There was a pile of confetti in front of their bus because the step you go.
They couldn't get in their bus without going through a mountain of confetti.
Which is pretty hilarious.
Anyways,
Yeah.
thank you guys so much for your time. We did fire up a Patreon that we are going to be doing a whole bunch of stuff on.
Yep.
And including additional chats. And
we're gonna do chats like this on the reg. We're going to upload a bunch of like demos and like that remix, One Last Kiss remix. We're gonna hunt down for that. All the old like merch and posters and weird stuff we can find in our houses, we'll make available there. The first week is free, and if you decide to continue, he's gonna hand write you a lyric sheet, whatever song you want, sign it, and then I'll probably have to mail it.
Sweet.
So,
but we do appreciate you guys.
Yeah, we love
so
you
much.
guys. Thank you so much for still being here. Sorry, go ahead, please.
Oh no, just saying thanks everybody for coming. It's been fun.
Oh yeah, and Mateo will be back in the saddle in a week.
Yeah. Did we know he wasn't going to be here? I was going to say he could have asked to come in, and I just haven't been paying attention.
Oh, okay, could be.
But yeah, he'll be here on the next one. We love you guys, man. We can't wait to see you.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one. All right. Thank you. We love you. We'll see you. I don't know how to end this though, so it's one of those long, awkward goodbyes.
I'll do it.